Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world without actually touching it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Sweet reference. Hey there, this is Cole here with more Hexcrank Live. Continuing the infectious madness of Dr. Dekker, an FMV supernatural mystery game that is really, really cool. We had a great time last night. I hope you enjoyed watching it tonight. Thanks to Gela for nudging me into playing this. So let's go. Hi there, Lord and Prior. Thank you for following. Let's go. So last time we met the new patients. We met the patients. We're trying to solve the mystery around the murder of a strange psychiatrist, one Dr. Dekker. He was murdered on Valentine's Day, and then in Act 2, or Chapter 2, talked to all of the patients/suspects about what they were doing on Valentine's Day evening. Turns out Dr. Dekker, he liked to drink, and he was dating some of his patients, which gives strange motives. Also, they may or may not have superpowers. Let's go.
Midnight each day.
On Valentine's night,
Time as you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I was at home,
David is my husband.
all on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda.
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just,
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
Okay, so I have asked all of the questions that I can think to ask of them. If they have a green dot, it means they've said everything that they're going to say this chapter. If they have an amber dot, then I found the key points. I can mine for hints, but that will be really boring, and I would rather solve the rather solve the mystery under my own steam as much as I can. So let's advance.
David hunts,
I can change my skin.
then skins.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
I had a hot date.
We went out for drinks.
I took photos of Jessica.
Dr. Dekker did
On
phone
Valentine's Day.
and ask me for Nathan's number.
There was a girl there.
Am I wrong to keep the locket?
I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I?
He was preoccupied with finding
Photographs.
patterns.
Rocking chair.
I haven't been back to the beach since,
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident.
where I find something
I set fire
beautiful in the sea.
to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
I dug the grave.
I wish I'd said goodbye.
Dr. Dekker cursed me.
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
Oh, Doctor, you surprised me. Reminds me of Officer Yates. Did I ever mention I had a special friend in the police force? Nah, it's not something you drop politely into a conversation. He's been doing some digging and he's found a couple things. There's a crime scene report that goes into all the gory details and another report that's about a patient you're seeing today, Claire. I'll put them both on the desk for you.
Oh, that's where there
And
was a
thanks
cut
for the
there.
grief
Maybe that
counselling,
changes.
By the way, it's really been helping. You know, I'm so glad you're here.
Hey there, Gela. I suppose the game just answered the question, but I did the first 2 acts yesterday. Alright, so let's take a look at these reports that were brought in. So let's look at the crime scene first. Okay, February 2017, title, Dr. No First Name Given, Dekker. The victim was located in his office, seated on a chair behind the desk, soaked in blood with an obvious chest wound. Oh, they impaled him on a paper spike. Okay, estimated from liver temperature measurements, the time of death was between 8:30 and 10:30 p.m. on Valentine's night. The victim's body was reportedly discovered at 10:20. That's weird. Cause of death, exsanguination, etc. Okay. Gela Acid, I'm loving this game. Yes, it is really cool. And then let's find out about Claire. All right. At about 8:40 on the 8th of November. What year is that, though? Found myself and so-and-so responded to a call from the neighbor at the Bauer house, etc., concerning a reported disturbance. We arrived, knocked on the door, no reply. Examined the property, entered through the patio doors. We searched the premises. Upon entering the dining room, I saw a female seated next to a man who was lying on the ground. The man did not appear to be conscious. Both persons were drenched in blood, and there was a substantial amount of blood on the carpet, walls, and furniture. I noted what appeared to be a steak knife on the floor, which was also covered in blood. At this point, I asked the woman to put her hands on her head, which she did. Let's see. I asked if she knew the dead man. She said it was her husband. So her husband was dead. So let's talk to her first, although I'm curious about this Professor Warwick up here.
It makes for interesting reading, doesn't it? I can tell you're dying to ask me about it. Fire away.
Mm-hmm. Don't seem so proud. Well, why did you stab your husband?
David wanted to have a talk about our relationship. Not something any married person wants to hear. He said he'd been with Iris for about a year and that he loved her. He said he didn't love me anymore. Which I know is a lie. You don't just fall out of love with somebody. I reacted badly. I grabbed the nearest weapon I could find, which happened to be the steak knife, and stabbed him with it. There was so much blood. I instantly regretted it. So I fixed him.
How did you fix David?
It was about a week later. I brought David back to life. Not with voodoo, not with virginal sacrifice. I just willed it to happen, and it did. Dr. Dekker told me it was possible, but only if you're not buried. He says once you're in the ground, there's no coming back. But until then, you have a chance at resurrection.
So he wasn't buried for a week. Was his body not treated? What did Dr. Dekker think of David?
I think it was a mistake taking Dr. Dekker to see David. Dr. Dekker wanted to examine him, so they went into a different room. I wasn't worried. David wouldn't speak. But Dr. Dekker seemed very distant after that. He didn't say a word on the way back.
What did Dr. Dekker say to David? Yeah.
Yes, resurrection. But now that I've seen the results, I don't think there's anything holy about it. I think reanimation is more an accurate term. Like, I'm an evil necromancer raising things from the dead.
Is David a zombie?
Yes, he did come back to life, but he's not a zombie. He looks like he always did. Just his mind is encumbered. There's no way back.
Is David still human?
I don't know anything about that.
Does David talk about the time he spent dead?
That's not relevant here.
I would really like to know. That's kind of always relevant.
I think his brain was already decaying during the week that he was dead. Important bits. So when I brought him back to life, I didn't heal him completely. Just gave him life in the state he was in. I mean, he's hunting and killing things and trying to roast them on fires he can only light with matches, but that's about it. He's your basic Neanderthal. So I have a problem.
Do you hide David from other people?
Think, Doctor, think. Use your brain.
Yep.
Or your notes if you have to.
Have other people seen David?
Yes, the father and daughter who live opposite will have seen him, I'd imagine, although they won't have talked to him. If anyone approaches him other than me, David would run a mile. The sociable part of his brain must have died in that week too.
Can David talk?
Try asking me something I might know.
Okay, I just need to stick to the prepared questions.
That's what it says. I can see you're confused. The police say that David is dead, fatally wounded when I stabbed him. The coroner says that David is dead. Everyone says that David is dead. There was even a funeral. But I know he's alive.
What is it about being buried that would make him unresurrectable?
He's buried at Henley Church. You can go see for yourself. There's even a headstone. One of your other patients was a pallbearer. I never forget her face. You should ask him.
Well, let's do that right now. Did you bury David?
I'm actually a classically trained pallbearer. There are a lot of health and safety considerations. Not everybody can do it. Well, properly at least. Occasionally I step in if the funeral director is short-shouldered. I do remember her face. She wasn't upset in the usual way. She seemed agitated. Her husband must have been a giant. The coffin was so heavy. I remember because aft port side sprained his ankle. That and he wasn't lifting correctly.
I want to know more about being a pallbearer. Okay, let's see here.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Doctor. I saw Claire Castleford's husband in the coffin myself before carrying him to the grave. He is in the ground. I'm sure it wouldn't take much for the police to get an order to have him exhumed. Just make sure it's done on Tuesday morning when I'm off.
Don't forget, so Chicken Riggies, first off, hi Chicken Riggies. Chicken Riggies is saying if not for the photos, but Nathan would be his favorite. No, Bryce was the guy who took the photos of the naked people while time was frozen. Nathan is the guy who's living the loops. So Nathan can still be your favorite.
Bryce was a pallbearer for David. He's also a grave digger, I believe.
Maybe, let's see a little bit more.
I'm being charged with murder because the police don't know he's still alive, and I can't get David to vouch for me for obvious reasons. I think it would raise quite a few more questions than answers, which is why I'm hoping that you'd be able to help me.
What kind of help are you looking for?
I don't know what you're after, but I don't know anything about that.
How can I help?
Considering the circumstances, I'd be grateful if you could see your way to declaring me temporarily insane at the time of the murder, to lessen my sentence. Because I'm not a killer, but I can't prove otherwise. You don't still think I'm a killer, do you, Doctor?
You killed him. Yeah, you're a killer.
At worst, it's manslaughter. I didn't mean to kill him, I just stabbed him. And although he was dead for a week, I brought him back to life. Does this mean you won't help me? Was I temporarily insane?
Temporarily? That word temporarily is doing a lot of lifting. Okay, let's see if she knew Bryce.
Smuggling a body out of a funeral can be difficult, unless you pay the right people.
So she paid Bryce. Did Claire pay you?
Don't know.
Petulant shit. Did Claire pay you to smuggle David's body? Okay, one of them's lying. I'm not inclined to believe either of them. So this is tough.
I've been to the lake house regularly, keeping an eye on David. I saw the girl again, the one I told you about. She was playing outside.
Did you talk to the little girl?
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
Is the little girl a ghost?
I assure you, David is not a ghost.
What?
I've touched him.
How did you touch David?
I'm getting tired of all these questions. I'm getting tired of everything. A paper spike is an odd thing to use as a weapon. I suppose if it went directly into the heart, it might work. Or through his eye, or perhaps through the ear into his brain. Or was it just a frenzied, bloody mess of a murder? Do you know, Doctor?
What do you know about blood?
It's a messy business, stabbing someone. You'd imagine that it would be like slicing into a pie with all the filling just slowly oozing out, but it's so much more dramatic, like popping a cork of a bottle of champagne. Blood sprayed everywhere.
Cool. Wait a minute. She was uncertain. Let me check real quick here.
He was stabbed in the heart. Then I'd say whoever killed him didn't want to leave any room for error.
You seem certain.
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that. Let's have a few more sessions before you seal our fates. Or is it that you want something else? Like Dr. Dekker did?
What did Dr. Dekker want?
Dr. Dekker teased me mercilessly about my eligibility. He didn't believe I'd reanimated David. Once, he presented me with a dead mouse and commanded me to give it life again. I didn't, of course. It's not something I'd throw around lightly. He changed his mind about me eventually. And then he mentioned the girl.
What girl?
I don't know, Doctor.
What girl did Dr. Dekker mention?
He told me he'd locked up a girl in the basement of his house.
What?
Just for me. And he asked me to reanimate her. It was Iris. I said I couldn't reanimate something that wasn't dead, and he said that wouldn't be a problem. So I agreed. I just played along. I was hoping it wasn't real. I assumed it wasn't real. But he was offering me what I wanted. A temporary insanity diagnosis.
Did Dr. Dekker want Iris dead?
It didn't happen. Dr. Dekker called me from his house to cancel. He was furious. He said that Iris had escaped and he blamed me for it. He said that I must have set her free after he told me about her. I knew it was all lies anyways. He was obviously titillating himself by reprimanding me. He knew I'd never want to speak to Iris again, so I couldn't prove it either way.
Would you have killed Iris? Did you let Iris out? Wow.
Dr. Dekker asked if I could prove David wasn't dead, so I took him to the lake house. He saw that I was telling the truth. I can take you to see him too, if you like. Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Well, it would probably answer some questions.
Very well. In our next session.
Okay, we're committed.
You tell me. What could possibly explain that?
What could possibly explain him being brought back to life?
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him. Something not quite right. I think it's his brain. But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery. Funnily enough, he does smell of earth, but that's because he spends most of his time out hunting.
What does David hunt?
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, so it brings it back unidentifiable.
If David doesn't exist, then that means that I really did kill him. He really is buried, and I really should be going to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me. It's more probable that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
That's what we call motivated reasoning.
How astute, Doctor. Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session. I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
Ugh. Huh. Did David talk to Dr. Dekker?
You're saying that my David would speak to Dr. Dekker, but not his beloved wife? I don't think so, Doctor. And even if that were true, what would he say? What would he tell him?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Let's see what Professor Warwick has to say. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Professor Warwick, I'm a physicist. Where's Dr. Dekker?
Oh, wait. Let's see if he... Oh, well.
Is he really? Actually dead? Not a worthy adversary after all, then?
Worthy adversary?
Dr. Dekker challenged me. He tried to use my theories against me. Quantum theories. Do you really want to know? Dekker's eyes used to glaze over whenever we talked about that. He didn't believe in quantum physics. As if it's something that you can optionally believe in. Well, it started with an experiment.
Explain the experiment.
Have you heard of quantum suicide, Doctor?
I know that that's something that I saw, like maybe in a Zero Escape game, but I want him to explain it.
Quantum suicide is a thought experiment that tries to explain the many worlds theory. You're looking at me blankly. I can see that you don't understand. I knew you wouldn't. Alternate universes. Essentially, if I were to shoot myself, then in some alternate universe, I'd still be alive. Now imagine if I could actually choose that universe. Taking a product off a supermarket shelf. Well, I simply applied that logic to something different.
Wait, that's quantum immortality that you're describing.
Gambling.
What?
I set up an experiment whereby I would visit a casino and place a very large bet at a roulette table. Now, I would always bet on odd. Now, the results of this particular experiment were mundane. I won as many times as you would expect according to the laws of probability. But then, I changed a parameter.
What parameter?
Quantum suicide required a loss of life to make it a realistic thought experiment. So I simply upped the stakes. Every time I bet on odd, I would place everything I had on that one spin of the wheel, and it worked. Well, for a while.
I mean, that's not exactly explainable by quantum. by quantum mechanics.
Dr. Dekker killed it!
What?
And I can't get it back. Well, my theory, quantum gambling. If the stakes are high enough, you will win every time by simply shifting your consciousness into that branch that wins. It's tricky, but it can be done. Dr. Dekker didn't like that. He saw me becoming rich and powerful, and he hated that. That's why he proffered the Hangmans Paradox.
Why did Dr. Dekker hate you becoming rich?
Honestly? Well, I think he feared quantum physics. He didn't like things being explained in terms of science, almost as if he'd have preferred chaos.
There it is again. Did Dr. Dekker like chaos?
I don't really know what you're getting at.
You're the one who brought it up, dog.
Well, imagine a judge sentences you to death. Now, it will be Monday or Tuesday next week, but it will be a surprise. Well, which day do you think you'll be executed? Well, it can't be Tuesday, because if you're still alive on Monday at midnight, then you know you'll be executed on Tuesday, so it won't be a surprise. Conversely, it can't be Monday either, because, well, you'll be expecting it to be Monday by deduction. Hence, a paradox. Dr. Dekker tricked me.
I mean, he just tricked you into believing your gambler's fallacy didn't work.
He told me that sometime in the future I would lose a bet, that I would lose all of my money. Now, this didn't seem likely because I had quantum gambling on my side and it was working. But he unnerved me. He made me doubt myself. And then it happened. Recently, I lost everything that I'd managed to build up since Vanessa left me.
Tell me about Vanessa.
We were married for 14 years, 7 months, and 3 days. Vanessa couldn't have children. At least that's what she told me. She grounded me in reality. I'm not complaining. It's probably what I needed. But part of me always thought that one day I'd achieve immortality through science and we'd be... It wasn't to be, though.
Why did you want to be immortal?
Maybe if you asked me that in a parallel universe, I actually know the answer.
Okay. Did it bother you that you couldn't have
yes,
kids?
It bothered me. Especially now that I find out that she's pregnant. Oh, no, it wasn't a rocket scientist that was required, but a brain surgeon, it seems. I have considered putting that neurosurgeon onto his darkest timeline. But I'm not a killer, it would seem.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day night? Because you have a motive.
I was at a fundraiser for a charity called Mind Stretch Outreach. Don't know how I got roped into that, I can't remember. But it was full of very clever children with bizarre outlooks on life. And Jaya. It was Jaya who asked me to go.
Tell me about Mind Stretch Outreach.
It's full of poor kids with very capable minds. I did give them a talk on quantum tunneling once, and they loved it. Not sure it'll put dinner on the table for any of them, though.
I mean, it did for you.
Why not gambling? My wife Vanessa left me for a neurosurgeon. She emptied our entire combined wealth into her barrister's wallet. I needed more money. Physics provided me with a solution.
Wait, did you lose all of your money gambling, or did you lose all of your money to the divorce? Additionally, did she divorce you because of the gambling, or did you gamble because of the upcoming divorce?
Oh, you're going to have to Google that, Doctor, I'm afraid. I'm not a walking Wikipedia. I'd love to tell you, but I am paying you by the hour. Maybe look up Schrodinger's cat whilst you're there. Oh, she's Dr. Dekker's lovely assistant. I imagine she's your lovely assistant now. Yeah, she always smiles and makes me a cup of tea before a session. Smile. Which reminds me, my session. Can we talk about my problem now?
What is your problem?
I'm not a gambler, Doctor.
Yep.
I'm a scientist. I need more money. It's true I've run out of money for my research. An opportunity has arisen.
Okay. Cutco steak knives.
A very wealthy group of individuals have offered to pay me a very large sum of money if I attend their next private soiree. They don't want to talk or anything like that. They want a practical demonstration.
Of your quantum parlor trick.
They'll pay me £1 million if I can successfully survive 6 rounds of Russian roulette. Now, I am worried because of what Dr. Dekker said, but, well, I can't help but thinking that the stakes are so high I can't possibly lose. What do you think, Doctor? Should I take them up on their offer?
No.
No, I suppose you're right. In a darker timeline, you probably said yes, and I'm dead now. I earn good money where I work. How do I stop losing it? Quantum gambling. It's a pet project. It's got nothing to do with work. But if I don't have significant amounts of money to lose, then there won't be enough jeopardy for the experiment to work.
Oh, wow. So Gela says that she told him to do the experiment, and then he vanished. Yeah, who do you work for?
The Ministry of Defense, of course.
Oh,
Guns
cool.
aren't going to win the next war. Quantum physics is.
Yeah, this is getting into some straight zero escape territory.
I take your point. But I suppose to decide whether to continue gambling or to stop gambling is a gamble within itself, isn't it?
if you frame it that way.
My time is up. Will we be having another session or... No, don't answer that. It'll turn you into a gambler like me. Infectious. Isn't it?
Not really. Weird. Oh, and he's gone. Yeah, let's talk to Jaya now, I suppose.
I'm fine. I'm ready for my grief counselling. I emailed you Mariana's address. I don't know why you'd want it. I suppose you're going to start doing home visits now, like Dr. Dekker?
Let's see here. Did Dr. Dekker do home visits?
I think you'll find there's more than one question there, Doctor.
Oh, I didn't say this. Hi, Dog Nozzle, and hi, Greater J.
Doctor, if you don't want it, don't text me and ask for it. It's all right. I don't mind doing menial tasks for you. Someone has to do them.
I didn't ask you to give me that number.
Yes, Dr. Dekker started doing home visits for Mariana. He said she couldn't concentrate properly in his office. I hope you're not thinking of doing the same thing. I need you right where I can see you.
Are you spying on me?
Checks and balances, Doctor. Somebody needs to be watching the watchman, so to speak. Make sure you're helping, not hindering.
I think you're tracking my investigation. What was Dr. Dekker helping or hindering?
He probably did his fair share of helping and hindering. He was definitely helping in the beginning, but then seemed to lose sight of things. I think he was so overwhelmed by the patients he was getting. His curiosity just got the better of him. There was a definite turning point. Somewhere around the time Professor Alderby turned up, that seemed to unsettle him. And then we had a flood of extra weird patients. I think it was all too much for him. I think I misjudged him. I hope you deal with it better.
Wait, so Alderby shows up. He's that secret shopper for the therapists under his... under his watch. Weird. Okay, my notes are flashing.
Some mornings I come into work and still expect him to be here. Sometimes it feels like he actually is here, watching over me. We had a connection. It's gone now, though. You can't have a connection with the dead, can you? Not for too long, anyway. Grief is such a strange word if you keep saying it. Grief, grief, grief. It sounds like somebody's being whipped. And you're going to ask me how I feel today?
Yeah. How do you feel today? Okay. She said something weird before. Why couldn't Mariana concentrate?
Honestly, I think Dr. Dekker had a bit of a crush on Mariana, or vice versa. I'm not really sure. There's some footage from their home sessions if you want to see them.
Yes, I would.
Have you been taking notes in our session, Doctor? Perhaps you should check them?
How do I phrase this? Can you show me the footage of Dekker and Mariana's home visits?
Dr. Dekker asked me to have dinner with him for Valentine's. I refused, obviously, because you don't sleep where you eat or something like that. But it was flattering, especially with competition like Mariana around.
Why is Mariana competition?
Sorry, I didn't mean I was competing. I was happy Mariana was going out with him. I didn't want to be romantic with him. We had a stronger connection than that.
Did you spy on Dr. Dekker? Oh, weird.
Dr. Dekker and I shared some philosophy. We'd both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind, and we agreed with a lot of what it said. Have you read that book, Doctor? In Cult of the Kinetic Mind, the author suggests that everyone is capable of psychokinesis and that the cult leaders specifically had these powers that turned their followers into disciples. It's not a fun read, but if you're into psychology, it's a blast.
Is that psychology? Is psychokinesis... Well, let's just do this. What is psychokinesis?
Psychokinesis is the ability to change the physical world
It's
without
mind
actually
bullets,
touching
Kyle.
it, just by using your mind. It's not just about bending spoons. It covers all sorts of things like telepathy, telekinesis, telesabalas. Shoot me, I'm a Kojak fan.
Sweet reference. Oh, whipping out some sick telesavalis science. Do you believe in
Like
this?
I said, all those cool things are in Cult of the Kinetic Mind, apart from Kojak, obviously. If you ever get a patient who thinks they can change the world with just their mind, then duck, just in case they can. But seriously, do a whole load of shrinking and make them better. Whether you believe in psychokinesis or not, you'll need to figure out your approach with those that do.
Pro tips. What approach?
How do you make people who think they have special powers better? Do you remain passive and support, encourage them, take them away?
I mean... And let's ask, is this common?
Not at all in my experience. Dr. Dekker had an unusual number of patients who claimed psychokinesis. Either he'd been specifically looking for them or someone had been sending them.
Why would someone send psychokinetic patients
It's
here?
entirely possible that someone is targeting this practice with psychokinetic patients. To what end, I don't know. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are diagnosed as insane, or at least temporarily insane. It's a handy diagnosis if you're facing criminal prosecution, especially if it's for murder.
Do you believe in temporary insanity?
I don't know.
Was Claire temporarily insane?
You're overthinking things. You don't need to ask me that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, remove their powers.
That's what I'd try to do.
Okay, Ben was the person who thought he could fly. He fell off of a building and is suing the practice. So let's see.
I think that's all settled now. We are agreeing to pay Ben £5,000 and he's agreeing not to say anything about what he saw. He thought he saw a creature coming out of Dr. Dekker's mouth. Well, at least that's the reason he's given for not emptying the bins that night. Either way, it's not the kind of publicity that we need. Shiny, happy, sane people.
Alright, so the paper spike that Dr. Dekker was impaled on.
It's in that police report that I gave to you. You should really take a look at it. I was at home on my lonesome, Doctor, like I said before.
Oh, so I guess it just after a certain point it opens up more questions.
That was a joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
Wait, I mean, you said you had footage and you wanted to show it to me. Weird. Okay. Earlier she said that the word griefed sounded like someone being whipped, so...
Oops, that was a strange thing to say, wasn't it? Whipped. Am I all whips and chains in the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet, what with Ben's nervous shock already.
What do you know about Dr. Dekker's mother?
Dr. Dekker did send me to see his mother once. She was dying in a nursing home and he didn't want to see her. I remember him calling her a manipulative, evil old hag. You tend not to ask any more questions after that.
See here, what does she know about Nathan?
I didn't really speak to Nathan that much at all, but I have this strange feeling that I know him really well. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Is she getting, like, residue of the loops that he's going through? Let's see here. What do you mean by deal with it better?
There's just a lot of crazy flying around, Doctor. Don't catch any of it.
Let me see here. Clues, crime scene report. What creature came out of Dekker's mouth?
That's a strange question to ask. Are you feeling all right, Doctor?
See what Bryce is up to. Oh, creepy Bryce. So I've already asked him about the body smuggling, so let's just set a baseline.
Hello, Doctor. I've been thinking about our last session, and I just wanted you to know that I'm not a bad person. I know taking naked photographs is wrong, but you don't know what it's like until you face the same temptation. I'm assuming you don't know what it's like. Do you have an extra hour, Doctor?
No.
Thank God for that. There's someone else in my hour. A hooded figure, watching me and following me. I followed it too.
Okay. Where did the hooded figure go?
I don't know who it is. My initial thought was that it was you. That I told you about my affliction and somehow you'd got it too. Now I think maybe it's the military or some organization that wants to use the hour themselves. Maybe it's Dr. Dekker risen from the dead. I need to talk to you about him.
Talk to me about Dr. Dekker.
I spied on Dr. Dekker not long before he was murdered. I'm not sure I should tell you what I saw in his basement.
Please tell me about... Wait, no, I can just answer this. Did Dr. Dekker have Iris in his basement?
I'd been feeling uneasy with Dr. Dekker for some time. I mentioned how he'd changed before, so I began spying on him at home. One night, the basement door was open, and Dekker was returning upstairs. I skipped past him, and there she was, a girl. It was difficult to tell. It was dark, and she was chained.
Wow, so Claire was telling the truth.
I removed the chains, dressed her, and sat her in the police station. There's no evidence, though.
Oh,
no
wow.
evidence of what he'd done. But she was free. I saved her. I'm not evil. I destroyed evil.
Did Dr. Dekker suspect you? Okay.
Whatever it is that's following me, It doesn't want to catch me yet. If I move towards it, it runs away. And when I follow it past temptations. A bar brawl, an open till, an open bedroom window. Like it's testing me.
Do you pass or fail the test?
I think that I'm becoming a good person, Doctor. I'm ashamed of some of the things I've done, but I'm getting better. The hooded figure, it's testing my morals. Judging me. For what? I don't know. I split the brawl up.
Simple enough. What about the till?
I did nothing. I'm not stealing any more.
What about the bedroom window?
I looked in. Watching other people is somehow built into our genes, Doctor.
Convenient excuse.
There was an old woman in bed. I went inside. Her bed covers were smoking. I think she'd fallen asleep holding a cigarette. I took the covers and put them in the bath. She'd have died otherwise. And no, I didn't take any pictures.
Sulky kid. Okay, yeah, why would the military
I'm
follow?
surprised I haven't been approached earlier. I mean, my skills in the military. Special ops would be a breeze, wouldn't it? Waltz in past everyone during the midnight hour, get whatever you want, and return to friendly soil. It also makes me think that they might already know all of that, and that they want to get rid of me in case I tell anyone else. Would you do something for me if they get me?
Erase your browser history? Yeah, why not?
Would you tell Jessica I love her? She didn't really know me that well, but I did love her. And also, there's a hard drive in the bottom drawer
Of
of my
course.
drinks cabinet. Please destroy it. Please, don't look at it. Dr. Dekker frequently used that paper spike on his desk as an example. I'm sure he did it with the other patients too. He'd make me look at it, touch the point to see how sharp it was. He'd tell me that because I think it's sharp, it will hurt me. But if I thought it was nothing, it could pass right through my hand.
Weird.
I put my hand through a rusty nail at work today. It hurt like hell and bled like I'd been shot. I closed my eyes and thought, this isn't happening. The nail is just a worm and it will wriggle through me. When I looked back,
That's less upsetting?
can you guess what I saw?
A bloody nail in your hand.
When I looked back at my hand, it was healed. Look, see?
Yeah. What is it? Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence?
My hand had healed. The nail had become a worm and was wriggling in my palm. It was like a little miracle. Like magic.
Huh. So you believe in magic?
I shouldn't really say miracle or magic. They're words that Dr. Dekker used when he tried to get you to think things and make them real. But do you think it's real, Doctor? That magic is real?
No.
And so it isn't. I envy you, Doctor. I wish I could be so sure.
Okay, when he was talking about the coffin and pallbearers, he mentioned aft port side. So he talks about them like they're boats.
I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind. You know, drunk.
We always get it.
Jessica is a beautiful woman. I've not spied on her since the incident we talked about. I have real feelings for her, Doctor. We've never connected. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
So, here's a tip. Maybe don't call them females. They're not frogs you're dissecting. Let's ask. Let's go to Claire and say Bryce rescued Iris.
What? She was actually his prisoner. Bryce saved Iris? So that's 2 favors I owe Bryce now. And Iris? I'd probably have stopped her death if I'd known it was real. I suppose I should have a chat with her now.
Claire says you smuggled David's body. Wait a minute.
That means nothing to me. Yes, Vienna.
Are you spying on me?
I never spied on you at midnight. But if you start acting strangely, maybe I will.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna save Nathan as dessert, so let's talk to Elin now. How are you today?
I'm fine. Work's fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's Terry. Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore. I gave it back. All of it. Every single keepsake.
Okay, good. Why did you give the locket back?
You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch, the ring. But I kept the little bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Oh, who is Sarah Dekker?
Dr. Dekker's mother.
Huh.
She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
Tell me about the bird.
It was just a little China bird, sort of a yellowy blue pattern on it. I don't think it's worth anything.
Wait. Sarah was a patient?
I feel like you're clutching at straws. Maybe you should take a break.
Okay, how is Terry?
Terry seems to have backed down since I gave the keepsakes back. Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well. Not her usual self. Maybe she's got a bug or something.
How is Terry different? Oh, wait a minute. Sarah was a patient of Elin's. Sarah was your patient?
I don't know. Sorry.
Why weren't you supposed to mention Sarah?
It just makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day with it.
I mean, okay. How did Sarah die?
I don't know.
When did Sarah die?
I can't remember exactly. I'd only just started seeing Dr. Dekker.
Did you take care of Sarah? It seems like take care should be in quotes if I suspect her of killing her, but...
That doesn't really matter. Let's talk about something else.
Hilda.
Hilda's nearing the end. She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't been that argumentative either. Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Why did Hilda scratch you?
It was nothing. I was just trying to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me. It'll be better after she's seen her daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight. She hasn't got much time left.
Oh. Will Hilda die tonight? Are you going to kill Hilda?
Seriously? No, that isn't what I meant. You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
You will shapeshift.
Ask me something else. That one's a dud.
Okay. Oh.
That's the plan. I know, it sounds unbelievable, like I'm making it up. I wish I could prove it to you somehow. We could try shifting now. Think of someone you really love. It might help if you close your eyes. Are you thinking of them? Can you picture them? Okay, hold on. Sorry, I don't think it's gonna work. On the bright side, that probably means you're not gonna die anytime soon.
So cheery. What do you say when you shift? Abracadabra.
It's tricky. I mean, I'll sound exactly like Hilda's daughter, but I try and keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad." But it doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because it's not really them. I always do the Disney version. The best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better than the reality.
Do you feel comfortable lying to your patients?
Is that really what you want to talk about?
Yes. Hi, Mai. Did you shapeshift for Sarah?
Sorry, I wish I could help.
Huh. Did Dr. Dekker know about Hilda? Huh. Okay, so that's a good question. Why bother shapeshifting if the patients know it's not true?
Does it really matter if it isn't the truth? Isn't it worth it if it brings them peace? Tell me honestly, Doctor. Do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
No. No, I don't.
Good. because I really feel this is something I have to do. It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
Is it weird? Didn't every patient know about the spike?
I don't know anything about that.
Answer my questions.
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. At this bit here, between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood being
Finger
a nurse
crotch.
and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Yeah, why wasn't there
I
any
was a bit
blood?
freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick, you know? Like some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real. Dr. Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said he just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
Do you know about psychokinesis?
No.
Did you know that Sarah was Dr. Dekker's mother?
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he refused to talk to me unless I booked a session, so I did. And well, here we are.
I thought you came to see Dekker because, wait, was it stress or depression? I think depression.
I don't know anything about that. I wasn't really stressed about work. Well, maybe a little, but not enough to need a therapist. I just told you that because I didn't want you to know the real reason why I came to see Dr. Dekker.
I was only lying because I didn't want you to know the truth. Well, why did you say I'm not going to die soon?
As far as I know, it only works on people who are close to death. That's the whole point of it. I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person, and they have to be near death. And those seem to be the 3 criteria.
Yeah, why did he refuse
I
to
told
talk?
Dr. Dekker that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important. He asked me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
What did Jaya do with Sarah?
Is that really what you want to talk about?
Yeah, kinda.
It was about the 2nd, 3rd session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person, that I wanted to help people, and that I should think really hard about how I could do that. That's how I discovered shifting.
Wait. You couldn't shift before you saw Dr. Dekker.
All Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting, that's all me. And my mum's a psychic, and my sister's an empath, but I was just ordinary. I always felt like I wasn't special, like I was missing out. But I wasn't. I just hadn't discovered what I could do yet. Sarah Dekker was one of the first ones I tried shifting for.
Who did you shift into for Sarah?
I didn't really know what I was doing that first time. I mean, I didn't actually expect anything to happen. I just thought, what would really help this woman? I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there. But it actually happened. I changed into him, Dr. Dekker. It blew my mind.
Weird. So he sent... he didn't want to see his mom, so he sent Elin in his stead. Yeah, what is an empath? I know,
To
but...
tell you the truth, I don't really know what an empath is. I should probably Google it sometime.
Your sister. An empath is your sister.
My mum's got these spirit guides and they tell her things. Mostly about my love life, it would seem.
It just sounds like your mom is nosy and meddlesome. Okay, what is the reality for your patients?
The reality is that most of these people have been completely abandoned by their families. Usually their children. If a mother abandons her children, it's scandalous. But if a son or daughter abandons their mother when she's dying after everything she's done for them, apparently that's just normal. I can protect my patients from that, even if it does take a little smoke and mirrors.
Okay, so Mariana, she was dating Dr. Dekker, and she's trying to seduce May.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and I always feel a little blue on rent day. Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Tell me about your landlady.
I pay my rent to a landlady. I don't own my own place. I'm just passing through.
That was a weird expression. Yeah, blackouts, tell me.
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
Excuse me, ma'am? No. Well, that's where she blacks out. Maybe someone should go, not me, though.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious. If you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
You're confused. Let's talk about the paper spike.
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
Wait, so Dr. Dekker didn't take money?
Can you repeat that? I actually don't have a lot of money. Sometimes a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine though, don't worry.
I'm totally good for it.
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars though. Sometimes I'll get away with not paying at restaurants. Isn't that how it is for everybody? I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
Okay, that's a good question. You dislike crowds, but you visit nightclubs.
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim. You can slink around without attracting too much attention.
Why slink?
Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me. wherever I go. It's creepy. I don't want everyone seeing that.
Why do they follow you?
They follow me wherever I go. Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor?
Do they follow you home?
Yes. They follow me home. They're silent. It's like a trance.
Yeah, so what happens after they follow you?
It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so, then leave. Other places, they just disappear. I don't see them again.
What do you mean they disappear?
They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them. But I've not run into the same person twice.
Okay, let's hear. Before you mention something beautiful.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm and glowing, like a beacon. And when I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like a welcoming sun.
It's like some kind of shadow
Like I'm home.
over Innsmouth.
And then I wake up.
Well, why a beacon?
It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor?
Yeah, maybe the dream means you're searching for something.
I guess. I hate being in the same place for too long. Maybe I'm always searching for paradise or something.
Why do you hate staying in the same place?
I never stay in one town very long. I get bored too easily. Once you've seen the same faces over and over again, you move. Like I said before, I like to move around a lot.
Okay.
There was one guy. A real...
Oh, wait, what? Ah, shit. Do they follow you to your bed?
There was one guy. A real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me.
Lured.
It was creepy. I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door.
Do the people who follow...
I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me.
We keep it real simple, like. Okay, yeah, do they follow you to the beach?
Yes, Doctor, sometimes they follow me to the beach, and the next thing I remember, I'm blacked out. And naked. Shivering in the sand. Who knows what happened to them?
Do the men disappear at the beach? No, okay.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
Good-natured, huh?
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
I mean... Let's say yeah.
I think you're falling for me, Doctor. Don't let that get in the way of helping me. Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor. Dr. Dekker suggested home visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Investment? No, no home visits.
That's good. I'm not sure I can afford any more of your time.
Do you have trouble concentrating?
You'll have to ask me something else.
Kind of an answer. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, I guess I missed that detail. Your kisses make yeah.
I'm not a siren. It's just how some guys are. I tried it with a woman, too. She followed me. If a lot of people are watching, then it doesn't work.
Weird. Why doesn't it work with a lot of people watching?
If I kiss somebody and a lot of people are watching, they don't follow me. Too embarrassed, I guess.
Yeah, no greens this time. Weird. Alright, well, let's talk to Nathan.
I burned Hannah's rocking chair. The day moved forward. It was a good choice. I'm not sure I've got much left of hers now. I've burnt most of it, or given it away, just to make the days move forward. There was a moment when I was attacking a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Huh. Yeah, what happened with that bin?
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
Let's see, did you read her diary?
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
No, geez, that sucks.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's talk about
Can we
Hannah.
maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Yeah, dating
I
advice.
signed up for a dating website. It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
Your save's coming, dog.
If I'm being honest, I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent.
I don't think that would work for you. Do you like Mariana?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Do you know Mariana?
Sorry, drawing a blank. I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike. I haven't really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah died.
Okay, I can believe that.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
A bit. What problems? Doctor. Dog tour.
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Yeah, why was Dekker
I think that
crazy?
he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
Yeah, how did he do it?
The curse. Or remembered. I was hoping he'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
Yeah, why did you
I didn't
believe
want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Yeah, what kind of demonstration?
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
Wait, why did he want you to forget that?
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore. So I got basic therapist.
He took calls during your sessions?
He told me lots of people get depression. To become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Wait, so he told you to see Jaya?
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
Huh. Yeah. What did you talk about with Jaya? Oh, okay. Yeah, so he remembers the flame even though he was
I
hypnotized.
didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
Huh. Yeah, why were you scared?
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know.
Oh, wow, that's pretty direct. Did you kill Dekker so you wouldn't have to suffer through repeat days?
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible. I don't know who did.
Beyond the veil of the afterlife is pretty far. Huh. There's something that didn't make sense. How would you make the most of your loop days?
You've asked me that already.
Have I?
No. Wait, maybe that was yesterday. I don't know, anyway.
Yeah, Nathan's case is really the most interesting to me. Yeah, when did you read Hannah's diary?
A few weeks ago. It's still sinking in. I suppose living a lie is just the norm nowadays.
Let's check for more questions. there's something that's dangling here. So Bryce said he was afraid the government was going to use his ability for military purposes, for spec ops. And Dr. Warwick, yeah, whatever his name is, works for the DOD, or the British DOD. He's Professor Warwick?
No. You have an interesting aura, Doctor.
What? What do you mean about my aura?
I don't often see auras, Doctor. Yours is unusual. Like, you're more than one person. Maybe I've had a few too many drams.
Dramamine?
I don't know.
How did Dr. Dekker want you to make something of your repeat days? That's very specific.
Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my day forward. I do more and more bizarre things to try and get things moving. It's a curse, like I said.
Oh, that's a good point. Jaya wants me, or no, the game wants me to talk to Jaya about Nathan. Oh, okay. Let's continue.
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up. Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
I'm tied up? She mentioned whips and chains stuff earlier. Let's say yes, it is a dream.
That's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
No.
I think you like it when I hurt you, Doctor. That's a worrying sign.
It's a puzzle of
People
flesh.
obviously have kinetic powers. That's how I'm here, testing you. Now, how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we encourage them or do we discourage them?
We discourage them. Yeah.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we, Doctor?
Dental torture? Why is your top so low cut? No. Oh, Gela says this didn't happen to her. Weird. Okay. Let's see here. This may take us to the next chapter.
There's someone else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Sorry.
We've both read The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
I'm not broke.
It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic patients are
Grateful if you could see your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll kiss a guy,
I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
dreams.
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit unwell. Are they getting you all wound up? Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I also got the toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had... Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. And can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work, and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything, though, I'm here.
Let's see. Part-timer, what's this? Four hours played. Okay. Chicken Riggies asks, what are you drinking? It is a very cheap red wine. I believe it is generously called a Cabernet Sauvignon. I just felt like drinking wine. Probably because of The Witcher 3, actually, if I'm going to draw a direct line. Yeah. Okay, so they're starting me on Mariana, and they mentioned the money. So let's take a look at that. The loan agreement. No, toxicology report. That's a little bit more. Yeah, tested positive for alcohol. And positive for benzo. Temazepam, that's what they called that before. Yeah, no, I want to drink more wine. I want to understand more of how it tastes. I should probably spend more money on it. If I'm going to like it. But it's difficult to spend money on alcohol. Yeah. But no, I just my tendency is toward a drier red wine, which makes it bad. Makes it bad when I go to my mom's house and she has wine, and it's always like a real sweet, like rosé, or not really a white wine. I won't turn my nose up at a white wine, but yeah, she likes stuff especially sweet in a way that I don't care for. Chicken Riggy says, I think Hexcrank should have a stretch goal of a lifetime supply of Apothic Red, because that has to be the horror gamer's drink. Doc Nozzle says, alcohol and benzo is a good combo if you like wobbling around. And Gela is also a dry red wine drinker. I just don't like sweet things very much. Okay, let's figure out about this loan agreement. Okay, £15,000. The fee is £1, interest rate of 0 over 36 months, so 3 years. Wow. By signing this agreement, the borrower agrees to accept the sum of the loan and repay the amount in full in the terms stated. The sum of the loan will be transferred, blah, blah, blah. It is agreed that the loan shall attract no interest, and in lieu of accruing interest, the lender has agreed to the payment of the arrangement fee, which is £1 due before the transfer of the loan. Yeah, so basically free money. And we got a wine conversation going in the chat now. I think that, so Chicken Riggy says we're not drinking any fucking Merlot, quoting Sideways. I think I read a fact somewhere that Sideways caused Merlot sales to plummet. because of that scene where he drinks the spit bucket instead of the Merlot. Huh. All right, well, let's see what's up here. Okay, how are you today?
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water? I've been drinking a lot of water recently. I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't. I've been feeling this way for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having
a relapse or withdrawals?
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty. I got a head fog like you wouldn't believe. My doctor, Dr. Rose, sent me for blood tests.
Jolly, you mentioned something called gamache. Was that the wine that we had when you stayed at my place? Was that the Portuguese wine that was really fruity? I can't remember. Yeah, what are the blood tests for?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency. I can tell she has no idea. She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach. The sea, Doctor. It's calling me.
Tell me more about Dr. Rose. No, okay. Yeah, so the sea is calling her.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there. Wherever I am, I know exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
Okay, she says it's Tempranillo. I thought it was Portuguese, but it was possibly a Spanish wine. I know it was Iberian of some sort. Okay, so let's ask about this benzo that she was taking.
What's temazepam? Why are you asking?
Dr. Dekker was taking temazepam.
Dr. Dekker prescribed me some temazepam once, but I never used them. I probably still have them if you want them back.
Okay, so you still have the pills.
I'll look for them when I get home. I may have given some away at a nightclub.
Cool crimes. Yeah. No, I think the wine that my mom had the last time I was there was like, oh man, like Manischewitz or something like that. Like really sweet Jewish wine. That I checked the I checked the specific gravity of it or whatever. Like that is also incredibly high in alcohol. She thinks that because something is sweet, it won't actually get her drunk. Huh. Yeah, so why give those pills
you can
away?
get a buzz, if you know what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, Manischewitz is very low alcohol. It's what Grader J says. I may be confusing two different things. Yeah, well, so what is it
You
about
reminded me
temazepam?
the sleeping pills were called temazepam. I'm not trying to hide anything, Doctor.
Yeah.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting. Not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean. I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh.
Yeah.
dead bodies, but some of them still struggling for life. These are the ones touching me, gripping my feet. I scream. That's when I wake up. Do you have that dream, Doctor?
I want to jokingly answer yes, exactly, but no.
It's horrific and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, what's that being?
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
What is this? What's the alarm sound like?
I hear a sound like singing, calling me. It gets stronger when I face it, when I move towards it. That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea, I feel like the sound gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all.
Have you ever been to Innsmouth?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's talk about those people who follow her.
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor? People follow me to the beach. I don't know who they are, and I don't know what happens to them. I don't always get followed, though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
Have you been dancing lately?
No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
How have you not been feeling well?
Why are you asking me that?
I don't know. I'm kind of a doctor. Yeah, what happens to the followers?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me home.
All right, let's ask the hard question. No, wait, no. Here, what is home for
My
you?
home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
What? No, I didn't.
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me, like the others. I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Yeah, I asked her about her necklace a lot yesterday, am I?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay, let's ask the hard question.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online.
A proper agreement. Let me look at that again. Blah, blah, blah. Designated by the borrower. 14 days after the agreement. It's agreed that blah, blah, blah. We won't... there won't be interest, but a fee. The lender also agreed to consider the loan repaid in full should they die. Okay, I didn't notice that before. Okay. Also agrees to consider the... Okay, so it goes away if Dekker dies. Yeah. All right. Loan goes away if Dekker dies. Did you know about a death clause in the loan agreement?
He wanted a clause in our loan agreement that said I didn't have to pay him in the event that he died. He wasn't expecting to die, he was just concerned my anxiety would get worse, wondering what it would mean if he did.
Anxiety? Wait, what anxiety?
Yeah, I'm anxious about being ill.
Okay, yeah. What is it? Was it Chicken Riggies who was talking about this being pill-seeking behavior? Huh. Yeah, what do you need a
Dr.
distraction
Dekker
from?
thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me 15,000, all in all.
Is anxiety causing your blackouts? Huh. Alright, was Dekker an alcoholic?
Dr. Dekker kept a bottle of whiskey, or maybe gin, I'm not sure. It was in his desk at all times, and when things got a little intense, he'd pour himself a glass. It's obviously an effect I have on people.
Okay, so a therapist who drinks whenever things get intense? What? Okay. Wow. Whoa, wow. Lots of questions here. All right. So has she actually used diazepam?
Wow. So you think I spiked his drink and killed him with a paper spike?
What? I didn't say
Nice.
that. Okay. What would you be trying
Wouldn't
to hide?
you like to know? I'm not hiding anything.
Okay. I would like to know.
It's just a game, Doctor. I like playing games.
This is a game to you?
Ask me something else.
Yeah, I didn't ring your
If you
doorbell.
say so, it must have been your twin then.
Twin?
I don't know if I have a twin.
But
Do you have a twin, Doctor?
it'd be a really convenient alibi, wouldn't it? No.
I know you don't. It was definitely you, wearing what you're wearing now.
Greater J has a good point. Might it have been Elin?
I know nothing.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here. Nathan talked about wanting to ask Mariana out.
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you think I should go out with him?
It seems unethical to hook up patients. Yeah, no, don't do that.
Doctor, I didn't take you for the jealous type. Are you feeling a bit jealous?
No, it would be wildly inappropriate for me to hook you up with him.
That answer would have a lot more weight if you stopped coming round my house.
Okay, this seems oddly certain. I can stop you having blackouts.
You said it with such a serious look on your face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you had some kind of superpower that helped me, but I don't think so. It's a referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
What's like a compass? Is she referring to the alarm?
I know where the sea is. Wherever I am. I'm an Aquarius, maybe this is a water bearer thing.
Do you believe in astrology?
Don't know.
Okay, that seems... Gela is amused that I'm trying to be a good psychologist, or psychiatrist, rather. I just might, I don't know. Want to try and do it right, at the very least. Okay, who are Glyn and Scarlet? Glenn? Who are you? What are you doing here?
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room. Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town. I actually need to do something. Done. Sorry. I was in the middle of a date and needed the restroom, and here I am.
Do you teleport often?
Don't know. That doesn't mean anything to me.
Did you ever see Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
Did you open the doors before walking through them?
My dad died.
Huh?
He was on his deathbed, and I was complaining about work, women or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
You needed them to be important.
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door into your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Yeah, so he teleports.
No, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's lunchtime, she won't be there. No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now. But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Did Dr. Dekker set a trap for you? Where every time you accidentally teleported into his office, he charged you £150?
The doors.
The doors are still
I'm
happening.
Still vanishing from one place to another.
That's got to be incredibly inconvenient. Okay, well, I have to be a psychiatrist, so tell me about your dad.
He was stoic. He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew until the end. I never got to say I loved him.
Okay, do you regret that?
Yeah, maybe. He'd split with my mum 3 years earlier. It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him. He just broke everything.
He broke everything?
No. I hadn't seen him for so long. I just let it all out. I screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said? Sorry. Over and over again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted, he smiled at me. Like he cherished me. Like he'd been waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
He probably meant it. Huh?
I didn't get to. I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him. He just said when one door closes, another opens. And then he died. What does he think of me?
He probably loved you.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger man. It turns out he was.
It's not about that.
There's no going back, is there, Doctor? When one door closes, it's shut forever.
Just try to be a good person and tell people you love them.
I have no idea. Let's talk about something else.
Okay. Yeah, it's shut
It's
forever.
no solace, really, is it? Maybe another time.
And he's gone. Huh. Well, let's talk to Scarlet then. That was weirdly affecting.
Scarlet. I haven't been in since he died. Since Dr. Dekker died.
Yeah, what were you doing when he died?
Valentine's Day was awful. I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch and had to spend the night waiting in A&E. I melted a nail to my finger. It hurt a lot and needed stitches. It's all fine now, though.
Sorry about that sound. I'm wiping my mouth with a tissue after I drink this wine because otherwise it stains my mustache. And I look weird. So, yeah, tell me about Dekker.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
What? You saw his dreams?
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
What kind of creatures did you see?
Fluid, soft, intricate things. I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them. I'm a dream walker. I can visit people and help them in their dreams.
Help them?
You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
No. How do you help people?
I really don't know anything about that.
Oh, you're the one who brought it up. So, yeah, let's see here. How do you dream walk?
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin. and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal. When our younger brother started having night terrors, we helped him. I just need to know the person, a little, and know they're dreaming. Then I can sort of jump into them.
Could you dream walk before you met Dr. Dekker? Yeah, let's talk about jumping.
It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't know if anyone else can do it. I don't know. Lots of people.
Specifics.
Whenever I get close enough to tell somebody about it, the first thing they want to do is try it out or have me visit their dreams. That's kind of why I'm here. Relationships.
Okay, so tell me about your relationships.
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out.
Yeah, that would be pretty annoying.
The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
What do you see?
Pass.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you
I
like
think
what you see?
people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable with that, they start to put on a show. But most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to turn into nightmares pretty quickly. Oh look, I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
Are you sure you don't hop into movies? And are we sure that a patient who hops into movies wouldn't be a way cooler story? Huh. Oh, I fell behind on chat. Gela says I should trim my mustache to keep it from being in my mouth. I think I should take less enthusiastic gulps of my wine, because normally my mustache is not in my mouth. Also, Gela asks if I have a twin. People ask if Chris and I are twins. That feels like a burn on me because he is 5 years older than me. Ha. Yeah, so let's see here.
When you've experienced someone's dream, if they've been a bit creepy in it or terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about my ability? Keep it a secret, bottle it up?
Maybe it's not a day one thing. Yeah, keep it a secret.
I'm not sure that's healthy, but I guess I could give it a try. What if it accidentally comes out? Is there anything else I can do to stop pushing people away?
Edible arrangements get me pretty far. Oh, yeah, except they're just dreams.
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
You control your dreams? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so how did Dekker's dreams change?
Chaotic, dark. Like an earthquake, everything you stood on shifted into something else. I think he was fighting with something internally. And it was winning.
What was he fighting with?
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase. Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me. He's dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him if I admit that. So yes, I was.
So you were dating him.
Not near the end, though. Not when his dreams started changing. Like I said, my ability ruins relationships. Who told you? Jaya?
Yeah, why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to be her superior.
Did I already ask her what she was doing on Valentine's? Yeah, I did. The other people have actually proven or attempted to prove their abilities. Can you prove that you can dream walk?
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You're asking me for proof. How can I do that? Get into your head, into your dreams? We don't have any real relationship yet, Doctor. But you are growing on me. Let's not break that just yet.
Okay, let's direct me to the notes.
So, if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually. Double honest. Interesting. I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Yeah, I want to come back to her.
I'm fine. I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military. I've developed a new skill to deal with him.
Okay, that's intriguing. What new skill?
Last night, I saw him draw something from his jacket. He was approaching me, grinning. I had nowhere to go. So I closed my eyes and imagined, well, I imagined being back home. And when I opened them again, I was.
What?
I'd teleported.
Oh, that's very sweet, Numeric. Numeric thanked me for playing horror games. They appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for watching. It's fun to share this with folks. How does your teleportation work?
I can't think, Doctor. Too many questions.
He's getting a lot more exasperated. I wonder if that's like a sanity meter thing? Okay, let's ask about the sleeping pills.
My other doctor had prescribed me sleeping pills before I came to see Dr. Dekker. I think they were called temazepam. I never took them.
Weird. Wait, there was something... Is the person in your dreams really military?
My pursuer. He's measured in his approach, watching, testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though, and that allowed me to escape. He didn't think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor? Oh, I think I might know.
He wants your secrets.
No. I never saw Dr. Dekker touch a drop. Doesn't mean it wasn't going on behind closed doors, though, does it?
Or right in front of you. Weird. Okay, let's ask about Jessica.
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her. Do you think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
That would be very, very complicated. No.
I didn't think I should either. She'd hate me forever. Maybe when she next waves, I'll at least wave back.
Yeah, probably. I would say that. Let's do that.
Work is fine. If anything, I've been falling behind again. I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore. I stole a painting. There, I've said it. It was from the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford it. So I took it.
Providence, I've heard that come up before. Was that Claire who mentioned it? Or maybe Mariana was at a party there. Yeah, what else have you stolen?
It's just that one thing, just the painting I've stolen recently. I think my new pursuer is unraveling me. Is it okay to steal things, Doctor, if I really like them?
Especially if you really like them. No, don't.
I thought you'd say that. I will do my best to refrain from it, but I can't promise anything.
Gela says the blonde works there. I can't remember a blonde, though. Is that a temporary patient that I saw before? Yeah. Tell me about the painting.
It's a painting of a spider in a large web on the pendulum of a grandfather clock that's stuck at 3:15.
Why did you like this painting? No, okay. Let's see here. Why do you think the pursuer is coming after you?
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score. Do you think it could be death?
A personification of death, like the Grim Reaper? No.
It's just me. I'm going crazy. I'm so strange. Everything about me is strange already, but to have another presence in my hour, it's unhinged me.
I won't argue with the last part, but yeah, let's talk about your
I was
teleportation.
as surprised as you are. I just imagined I was somewhere else, and there I was. Perhaps Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it. But I'll only do it wisely. Imagine the mistakes you might make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Can you teleport during the daytime? Okay, worth a shot. Let's ask him to demonstrate.
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one. But I can see you don't believe me. Do you really want me to teleport, Doctor?
Yes.
Blink, and you'll miss it. Told you.
Okay. You're unraveling.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker.
What? Why do you think you're becoming Dekker? Who's David Castleford? What?
Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken. Shocking composition. I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients. I wasn't referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had during our 10-minute slot.
I can relate to that. This also seems very direct. What if I told you I could stop your curse?
No, Doctor. No, you can't. I've seen what you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
What does the spider mean to you?
The spider from the painting. I'd like to think it was me. Like I was lying in wait and spinning some elaborate trap in my midnight hour. It's more likely that I'm just the fly.
Who would you want to trap?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, let's talk to Claire.
There's no lake house today, sorry. David's not doing very well. He's caused a problem with the girl. I need to do something.
What? The girl? Who's the girl?
The little girl, our neighbor at the
shit,
lake house,
okay.
she says David is weird and creepy.
Doctor!
Oh, Jesus
Sorry.
Christ.
But I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone. He said to get them to you ASAP, so here you go.
Why do they do that? All right, let's look at these letters. Okay. Okay, dear Dr. Dekker, I refer a client to your clinic for evaluation, Claire Castleford. She's being charged with the murder of her husband. We require the diagnosis, etc. Okay, Mariana has been referred here as well by Chart, Token, and Baw. What? That's a weird name. Okay, she's unstable. Okay, they're gonna cover all the costs as well. That's weird. Cat Brownback. Okay, referring, Okay, it's my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under the guidelines set out within the McNaughton rules. Wait, okay. These are names, but they're not quite names. Okay, Hackett and Brown is fine. But... all of these anagrams contain the word broken. Okay, broken, let me see here.
I spotted that. All the solicitors' names are anagrams of each other, but why would someone need so many aliases to refer patients? I got a bit weirded out thinking it might be connected to Dr. Dekker's murder, so I just stopped thinking. Don't get me started.
Wait a minute. Okay. Wait, are they anagrams of each other? Because all I caught was the one word. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12. There's... yeah, that's 12. And that is... 1, 2, 4, 5. Yeah. Huh. Weird. Okay. I have no idea what to do with that information, but they interrupted me, so it seemed really important at the time. Ugh. All right, let's talk about David.
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat.
Ugh.
I'm being generous. It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me or not. He just grunts at me. He doesn't even smile anymore. Not at all.
You smiled before? Also, oh my gosh, you guys, I think I found a cat. I went to the Humane Society yesterday, on Friday, just to look and see, and there was just the most gorgeous gray cat. Went up to the cage and it came right up to me. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Yeah, I might be getting that. I might be getting her. Okay, so yeah, where'd the cat come from?
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried.
So David killed the little girl's cat. Yeah, what are you worried about?
I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats. I'm worried he might add little girls to his list. I can't stop him.
Hi there, Prince Robot. Prince Robot asks, what's this I hear about cats? In the game, the person who was brought back to life has started killing cats. In real life, I think I found the cat that I'm going to adopt. She is a she is a beautiful 1.5-year-old gray-blue cat with kind of dark yellow eyes. And she is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, so why can't you stop him?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that...
Yeah, what are you starting to think?
that I need to put David out of his misery. That I need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again.
Well,
What
you know
shall
what
I
they
do,
say.
Doctor?
The second time.
Should I kill David?
All right, so let's do a Punnett square on this. Okay, so the two options are David is alive or David is not alive. If she kills him and David has been brought back, that means that David will be out of his misery. He's not living any kind of life right now. If she is hallucinating this, she kills David. The only way, if this goes badly, is if she brings him back again. Yeah, ice that fool.
I love him so much. But you're right. It's time. He's becoming a danger to people around him, not just himself.
Slightly mad. What are you talking about? No. 200 insanity points received. Weird.
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too afraid of what would happen to me in my sleep.
What are you afraid will happen in your sleep?
Are you even listening to me? Some of these questions are a bit far off the mark.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so Mai says I did tell a patient to kill someone, but he's not really living a life, you know? Oh, wait, is this Soma all over again? Fuck. Meh. There, let's change the subject. Yeah, what's this photo?
Oh yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
Wait, let's look at this. Do I have a clue? Oh, weird. This is kind of janky. That's out of order. I showed that photo to somebody else. That's him a few weeks ago. Greater J says, Ted Cruz? He's not as melty as Ted Cruz is. I think he just looks like a regular schlubby guy with a receding hairline. Like that's a real bad thing to say about a regular person with a receding hairline. Bite your tongue, Greater J. Yeah, I would not bandy about comparisons to Ted Cruz like that. You don't know who you might hurt.
I never talked to Bryce, but I did talk to Iris. She didn't want to at first. She blames me for David's death, but as we both know, that's not a thing. Anyway, she said she was never locked up in any basement and had never heard of any Dr. Dekker. So it's, as I first suspected, a lie. You didn't make all of that up so I'd talk to Iris again, did you?
No. Yeah, no, I didn't make that up.
Mr. Bryce seems to have a few more issues than me. Perhaps you should ask him about that.
Okay, so Claire has been cleared, I guess.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one. Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions. I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said David never listens to me, he urged me to start giving David treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat. It did actually work, but I had to stop myself. I felt like I was training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
Yeah, I'd suppose that wouldn't be right.
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked David in, which I hadn't, but curiosity got the better of me, so I locked him in the lake house.
What?
He couldn't get out. He didn't have the wherewithal to operate the lock.
Yeah.
My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper. I'm paying them enough already without them getting a percentage of my therapy bill.
Oh, wow. So there's a weird referral system.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor. It's not really something that needs to be done, though. I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past.
Hey, Mr. Guido, thank you for following me. Yeah, I would say that's probably a good decision to not reanimate more people. They seem to not really live full and fruitful lives. Okay. Can't she train...
You sound confused. What exactly do you want to ask me?
Can you train David not to kill?
David doesn't listen to me. I can't say something and he does it. And besides, how would I show him not to kill a little girl? Slap him on the nose?
It can be a start.
It's too late for David.
Okay, let's talk to Elin. But first, though, check the chat. Gela asks if I'm going to finish tonight. I'm going to do this chapter, and then I'm going to finish tomorrow, probably. I want to start something new next weekend.
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well, I was there as her daughter. It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted to say.
What is a good death?
Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was the doting daughter. Don't worry, everything's going to be okay. I love you, Mum. Then Hilda, with almost her last breath, looks me straight in the eye and says, "Don't let them take Amelia."
Amelia? Yeah, who's Amelia?
Amelia's Hilda's doll. She used to have about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls.
Her doll, not her dog.
All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Wait, the dolls weren't hygienic? Also, good night, Gela. Weird.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although, I have to get a doctor to sign a prescription if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
Wait, Jaya gives out the sleeping pills?
Jaya seems really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Wait, what do you mean by a place like this? What are you trying to say?
I just mean, get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room. I know they're just people, but a couple of them have seriously given me the creeps. She's a slightly older one.
Claire,
isn't she?
yeah.
Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers is cold. Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford, isn't it? Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
Huh. Did you know David?
I don't really know anything about that.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about Dekker.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son.
Good therapist, lousy son. That's weird.
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter, she's in Australia, so fair enough, maybe she really couldn't get over to see her. But Dr. Dekker's mum was dying literally on the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her, but in a way I wish I hadn't, because it let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little he cared until I told him the news.
Wait until you talk to him and what?
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care about his mum. He was a good therapist. He was a lousy son. Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well, it's not very professional, is it? I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor? Maybe you're just tired then. You should get some rest.
Probably true. However, let's see here. Did Dr. Dekker
Yes,
know?
I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Yeah, why didn't he care?
For a moment, I thought he might cry. Just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
Wait, Jaya visited Sarah? Yeah, let me ask her.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Weird. Did you ever try shifting for Dr. Dekker?
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself. I took his hand, I told him to think of a loved one, And then there was nothing. I mean, literally nothing, just an empty void. The only thing I could feel was his hand holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
Weird.
I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
Yeah, how's Terry?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days. I hope there's nothing wrong with her.
Do you?
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but I wouldn't wish her ill.
But do you wish her well? Yeah, what happened to these dolls?
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter.
Yeah?
Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral. I don't know. Are you okay, Doctor? You look a bit pale.
Wait, is my sanity dipping?
You've never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say things like that when you don't mean them. It causes upset.
Yeah, so all these patients get really upset when I say that I can stop their powers. Okay.
I don't know who Nathan is.
Oh, weird. Jaya seems important, so let's talk to Nathan. See what's going on with him.
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
You should not date Mariana.
I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person. I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
Wait, the police are looking into Mariana?
I think I've probably said too much. It's probably not the same girl anyway.
Yeah, let's talk about this toxicology report. I want to see if he's taken temazepam.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots. Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Wait.
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself. He mixed sleeping pills with alcohol too, but he died in his garage. I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window.
Huh.
Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Wait, not until he put his daughter in the what?
I read it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window. Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Oh, so he killed his daughter too. That's fucked up. Dog Nelson says, Cole, that cat looks just like my mom. This is a cat. That is a very funny typo. Yeah, did you know Dekker drank?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
Yeah, did the daughter die too?
It's one of those newspaper stories you read, and you hope it says he leaves behind his wife and 7-year-old daughter. But his daughter was in the car. Do you know I wrote him a letter?
Wait, what did your letter say?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault, but the thing that made me feel best was blaming him. I think maybe he killed himself because of me.
Hmm.
Do you think I'm to blame, Doctor?
I don't know if the blame is as much as the act. No, I don't think so.
His daughter's picture was in the paper. Molly.
Would you have saved Molly?
You're confusing me again, Doctor. I'm not sure you know where you want to ask sometimes.
Did you try to save Molly?
Break it down for me. I can't answer all those questions at once.
Do you wish you could have saved Molly?
Break it down for me.
Yeah.
I can't answer all those questions at once.
Okay, tell me
Ever
about
since
Molly.
I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me. Crazy, right?
Wait, so he's not the only person who's seeing a little girl watching him. Weird. Yeah, let's talk more about
What
Dekker.
are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
I mean, both, kinda. It's a pretty tight Venn diagram. Yeah, I want to find out who killed him.
Well, at least you're being honest. Do you know that Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him?
And who did he think would try to kill him?
Nope. Sorry.
All right. Why did he think a patient was trying to kill him? Parsers!
He told me in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad.
What?
Not good messages.
I prescribe you 1,000,000 cc's of poison. And then he has to fill it because of the laws, you see.
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me again. I asked him if it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing.
Hmm?
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
Okay, reasonable, okay. Wait. Because that third letter wasn't really referring to anybody.
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
So Nathan's the only person who doesn't really like his power, his condition, right? I mean, Bryce, he feels cursed by it, but only because somebody's following him. When I told him I could stop him from having the extra hour, he really bristled at that. Nathan genuinely wants help. Mariana is not the same girl?
Read the papers, Doctor. I don't, but people at work talk about it. Missing people, dead bodies. The police are looking for a redhead, apparently.
What? Weird. Okay, let's talk to Mariana then. Weird. Okay, let's talk to Jaya. Yeah, how are you today?
I don't want to talk about grief today. I'm getting enough grief from work.
I mean, I'm your work, so...
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be my professor. He teaches history and psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked if I would allow him to have the video footage of his sessions with Dr. Dekker. Dr. Dekker wanted to be removed from all of the videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
Yeah, video footage. Huh?
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back then, in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to do but watch while things are encoding.
Yeah, okay, so reality changeable. Huh?
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind? Professor Alderby said it was recommended reading to help psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it. Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be cured by removing their psychokinetic ability, if present, either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago, I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
Yeah, what specific example? So let me count these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there a phenomenon where each of these people's psychic kinetic abilities might negate each other's, and I could match them up? Say, for example, Mariana and Nathan seem to be driven to each other. Nathan is reliving days. Mariana can have people follow her. Elin can shapeshift to become somebody important to somebody who's about to die. Claire seems to be able to resurrect people who are dead. Wait. Okay. No, and Scarlet is not relevant at all right here. And then Bryce has that extra hour. Bryce and Nathan have somebody, have a commonality in that their powers relate to days, relate to time. Man, yeah, this is tough. Yeah, specific
If someone
examples.
tells you they can fly, you tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way that the patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main danger as the therapist is believing that you can control air currents.
Huh. So that relates to what Dr. Dekker was doing. He imposed some kind of powers or delusions on his patients. There was an infectiousness, hence the title of the game. And he was apparently tortured enough to turn to sleeping pills and alcohol. Was that because he believed that he had the inverse of the powers that they had? So Numeric says, someone said you told them things you didn't remember. Was that Mariana telling me that I went to her home? I can't think through this. Yeah, so is this dangerous to therapists?
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then have them. It's the paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
Oh, so we're just going through all of our sci-fi 101 stuff. Huh. Yeah, explain this to me. I know what it
If you can
is.
travel back in time and kill your grandfather, then you cannot be born. But if you cannot be born, then you cannot kill your grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
No, I mean, you just pull a Futurama, go back and do the nasty and the pasty. Problem solved. Okay, sleeping pills. Tell me.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
Wait. this fucking office is just a minefield of ethical problems. Yeah, okay, so before I ask about the alcohol, I want to see what this note is. What is this? Elin says some of the other patients gave her the creeps. Maybe I should ask her about each one. It was Amelia. I believe we figured that out. Okay, we have a couple here. Iris denies being in a basement.
How extraordinary. So the girl in the basement was somebody that Claire knows, and she's adamant that I didn't rescue her. I really wish I'd taken photos now.
I think it's for the greater good that you don't take photos. Hi there, dual-wheeled cats. And then what was this? Elin said she found other people creepy. Is Scarlet creepy?
Sorry. No.
Is Glenn creepy?
I'm not really helping, am I? Try asking me something else. I don't have anything else to say about that.
Is Bryce creepy? I know the answer is yes.
Bryce? I'm not sure who that is.
Huh, okay, you've never met. Is Elin creepy?
Do you think I'm a good person, Doctor?
Yeah. No, I think you're trying. Yes, you are a good person.
I hope so. I'm trying to be. I really am.
Okay. Is Mariana creepy?
I don't think I know her.
Is Nathan creepy? Okay. Yeah, I've already asked that, so. Back to Jaya. Or back to my notes. I just want to see something here. Elin says that she found the other patients creepy. It was Amelia. Well, let's... Do you know Amelia?
I don't know, Doctor. Do you?
Don't turn this back on me. Let's see here. So, yeah, let's talk about this tox report.
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients. I like the odd tipple.
So you like to drink too?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
Huh. Yeah, could someone have spiked it?
I suppose it's possible that somebody spiked his drink. Most people probably knew he had a bottle in his desk. Wouldn't have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints?
Couldn't hurt. Yeah, let's see.
I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
So we're at all ambers here. Did I mention anagrams before? Let's see. Okay, Cat Ronbeck, LB, HONS. Chart token on boss, solicitors LOP.
If you couldn't see a pattern in the referral letters, there probably isn't one. It's just me. I can find a red rum in anything.
Red rum. Huh, so there's a lot of king here. They mentioned Pet Cemetery before. No, she mentioned Pet Cemetery before. No, that was Claire. Claire mentioned Pet Cemetery. What is a red rum?
It's murder, spelt backwards, you know? The Shining. All work and no play makes Dr. Dekker a dull boy. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Anyway, it's a bit like an anagram.
Okay, so I've already mentioned the anagrams. Oh, more questions. Good. Yeah, so why did Dekker want to be removed from the videos?
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover secret agent? Maybe he was getting more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
She's great. Huh. A raise.
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor. I'll take that as a yes. And don't worry, I'll sort it all out. Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what extent. I like Professor Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Huh. Yeah. No, she's referring to that, the psychokinetic mind or whatever.
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
Yeah.
I should start selling them myself. There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives. How do you relax, Doctor?
Yeah, playing games.
I love video games. I just wish they'd make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Reasonable.
I bet you like dance music. I don't know why. I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress eating is the worst. Mariana thought I played hockey.
Hockey?
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
What a weird insult to get inside somebody's head. Huh. I bet you like hockey. Okay, Jaya asked how I relax when it crossed the line if I mentioned sex. I relax by making mad sex on folks. You know?
That option's not always available.
Okay, what's the new note? Huh. Okay, so this seems to be the end of this chapter. I want to start something new next weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back tomorrow night. I've looked ahead. I know there are 5 chapters in an epilogue. So tomorrow's sesh is going to be a little bit shorter. However, this is really neat, and I kind of want to finish it soon. Yeah, I like this game a lot. So, If you're watching tonight, this is a Saturday. Tomorrow on Sunday, probably around the same time as usual, around 8:30 or so, I'll be back on. Watch the usual channels or follow on Twitch here and see when that goes up. Otherwise, you know the stuff you can do: Twitch, YouTube, Patreon, things like that. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful week if I don't see you. If I see you tomorrow night, well, have a good Sunday, I suppose. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.